these fucking gotcha boys.
I saw that you made a tweet. I don't like you, so I took it out of context. All my followers could see. So now they're calling you a Nazi. Gotcha, gotcha boys. Our only goal is to destroy. No matter the situation, we must destroy your reputation. Gotcha, gotcha boys. We'll only drink products with soy. We'll fight for ideology, and that's all that it means. So now they're calling you a Nazi, calling you a fascist, saying you're a racist, transmisogynistic.
Hey y'all, my name is Montana, and I'm a gender fluid.
Fuck you! It's a fucking women's march, Bernie! God, this is a... I'm totally triggered by this, I swear.
I'm a shout in your ear, random numbers, and fart in your beer.
They're not funny. You know where the funny stuff's coming? It's coming out of the alt-right. That doesn't mean I'm a Nazi. The alt-right is shit-posting,
Anti-racist, social justice warrior.
All right, Manjanas, you guys ready for anti-SJW cringe theater?
Hells yeah. What do we got first?
Well, first up, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually such a thing as white supremacist rap. It's really big. Yeah, and I know you guys are going to be into it. It's really big in Czechoslovakia and a lot of Slovenian countries, and including Serbia. And so this is a Serbian white nationalist rap.
Love it already.
Take it away, Serbian white nationalist rap guy.
Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Daj im bacim jednu bombu. Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Bez nic się nie staje, zbijamo blombu.
Dude, I dare you to find me a non-Serbian white man who can do push-ups like that. You can't do it.
That is the master race right there. An impressive white specimen if I ever saw one.
Daj im bacim jednu bombu. Jedan tu je alkohol, droga, ko me mrzi, nadula se moga. Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Daj im bacim jednu.
Who actually is this guy? Like, where did you get this clip?
It just said white nationalist Serbian rap. That's
He
all
didn't find
said.
it found
Because
him.
that would be really annoying if he was actually saying all this stuff about like racial inclusivity and stuff.
Black people are the best.
He
Like,
very
hey,
well
I'm for the
could.
best.
If anyone is Serbian who's watching this and they want to correct us on this, he could be rapping about kittens and unicorns and rainbows for all I know. But I
Does look like a white supremacist, to be fair, like just from the look, you know.
I don't want to be white anymore.
Daj im bacim jednu bombu. Daj im bacim jednu bombu. Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Bez nic się nie staje, zbijamo.
So guys, this is not staged at all. This is just too convincing to
Real
not
life.
be
He's
real.
hardcore gangster.
Yeah.
He's got some good friends to be in that video with him.
Friends. Those are clearly captive prisoners of inferior races. It's all too real not to be.
Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Daj im bacim jednu bombu. Zato daj im bacim jednu bombu. Bez nic się nie staje, zbijamo blombu.
Oh yeah.
I want this album. I want to play this every day. That guy's so tough. Look at him with that gun. Sexy. Super sexy.
And they say white people don't have a culture.
All right.
You know, I mean, come on.
All the culture.
Moving on.
Oh, God.
Some of you may
Gad.
be familiar with Gad Saad. Some know him as the supreme leader of the Army of Reason.
God.
He's also very good friends with the intellectual dark web. You could actually see him in that picture. If you look closely, he's in the background. He's crying because he's not an official member of the intellectual dark web, and he'd really like to be.
Keep trying, Gad. Someday they may accept you.
He
You gotta keep
literally
making hilarious videos, though. Show them how good you are at comedy.
have you seen his tweets to Barry Weiss complaining about the fact that he was not included in her article on the intellectual dark web? He's so butthurt about it.
But that is Gad Saad.
That's him in a nutshell. But he's also a hysterical comedian. Here he is. Just you could see that Brett Weinstein is just finding his shenanigans hysterical.
Hilarious.
And I also think he looks a lot like Mel Brooks from in Spaceballs as Yogurt.
He does look like Mel Brooks. Holy shit. Man, this Schwartz be with you. That is him. I like his orange tan. Looking very Donald Trump-esque. This guy. I can't believe this guy's actually a fucking professor. People actually pay this guy to teach them shit. How the fuck? You guys need to upgrade, dude. Seriously. He's like worse than Jordan Peterson somehow, and that's really saying something.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll change your mind when you watch this. I subtitled it because it's a little hard to hear.
Hi, I'm back to hiding under the table.
Oh, I should say that this came out maybe a few days after the indictment of Jussie Smollett. So just know that.
Because Jussie Smollett and his 3 black friends are looking for Jews to kill. I'm very afraid. May the Lord be with me. Ciao.
So hilarious. Comedic genius right there. I want to throw money at this guy.
Tim?
He's looking for Jews to kill? Like, I don't even get it. Like, what does that mean?
Well, he's being semi-racist, really.
Isn't that what 3 black guys do when they get together? They go out to find Jews to kill?
Yeah, like this story had nothing to do with Jews. I don't know why, because Jussie Smollett like faked a hate crime. Like, would the guys from Nigeria or whatever like hired some dudes from Nigeria to like fake a hate crime? I don't know what's got to do with Jews. It's just like he's like all the way. I guess like in his mind, he's perpetually victimized in some way. So he's like, how do I make it about me being a victim? Which is very IDW of him.
I think he heard he actually has a series of videos where he's hiding under the table. This is an ongoing
It's his version of being trapped in
series.
the closet. He's hiding under the table. I'm hiding under the table.
Wait, do you actually have other videos of him under the table?
I don't to play, but maybe next time I'll show the trilogy.
They exist.
A series of clips that we hadn't seen yet.
Well, guys, good news. Milo Yiannopoulos is staging a comeback, and this time he brought Jesus.
Don't give me your mansion on top of a hill. Don't give me the world with a shallow thrill, but just give me a savior. My life he can hold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. I woke up this morning feeling kind of down. Called up my best friend, she could not be found. I can call on Jesus, my life he can hold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold.
Wait, did I just say booties? Did I just say some booties?
What just happened?
You just saw some Muslim booties.
I think I can get into this, Jesus. Milo is finally selling me on religion. Way to go, Milo.
Can I say something controversial? I mean, I don't know how much auto-tune he was using on that, but like his voice sounded decent.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, it sounded okay.
Got a pretty good singing voice.
Yeah, if he'd just done like shitty singing the whole time, like I wouldn't think he was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, he's definitely a troll, but I think he's not only trolling them, but he's trolling people like us to get attention. And we're giving him attention, so he's kind of getting what he wants, but it's fine. But yeah, that's exactly what he wants to do. He just wants to do whatever outrageous shit he can do to get as much attention as he can get, because that's what he's done his whole career. So yeah, it's just fucking trollish bullshit that I see through, but still, it's cringy as fuck.
It's also pretty amazing that he's singing about all of these riches that he supposedly has when he's absolutely dead broke. In fact, I think that he's totally in debt, perhaps millions of dollars in debt. I've heard it's a lot like Donald Trump if you think about it. But anyhow, Our next video is a guy, apparently the lead singer of Napalm Death, who I believe hold the world's record for the world's shortest song, made some statements that were kind of pro-immigration, pro-refugee taking, and this guy is just not having it. He was a huge Napalm Death fan, but now he wants to send the message to Napalm Death that they are no longer welcome in his music collection. So let's check this out.
This music, this is a refugee, and it's not welcomed in my house. Fuck this shit. Fuck this garbage. You see this motherfucking CD? Bam! Fuck off! Fuck that bullshit! You want to get preachy with me? And you want to talk... Look at this. The fucking thing just exploded. I'm not supporting anti-American pieces of shit like that who want to talk shit about this fucking country and be preachy and tell us how to fucking run shit. No!
I'd say that's a very measured and restrained critique.
What a fucking moron. He's preaching to us right now. I wish I could crack him.
It's either a very weak man or a very strong CD, so...
True. He does look kind of small.
I don't know which one it is. Must break CD. Okay, give it a moment.
I wonder if he found out that Slipknot, because he's wearing a Slipknot shirt, I wonder if he suddenly realized that Slipknot had said some pro-immigration things. He'd just kind of like do like a Hulk tear.
He'd set himself on fire. Immolation. I'll show this t-shirt. Douse himself in gasoline.
Every time he finds out someone in a band is a good human being, he just goes berserk.
I dare you be a decent human being and care about people. Fuck you.
Bam! Fuck off!
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
Donald Trump is president!
Well, that was quite the intro. I love that. So this is This Week in Trump, and holy shit, look at that moon-faced motherfucker over there. Trump is starting to look like that guy. That is hilarious. Oh, we lost Trump. Like the Gad Saad. Going backwards. Oh, shit.
He's president again? Oh, God.
Fuck. So this is This Week in Trump, a.k.a. Twit, and apparently Trump has developed a really ingenious mnemonic device to help him remember people's names. Let's have a look.
Gonna need you to fill in a little more space than that.
I did already. I said a bunch
know,
of stuff
but
ahead of time, and you cut me off.
Wait, hey, but you didn't say who the guy was, the dude.
Okay, this moon-faced motherfucker right here, I think he's on the movie Tango and Cash. He's some kind of famous actor or some shit. He is scary
Robert
as fuck.
Zedar. It's Robert
Sorry,
Zedar, Samurai Cop. Hello?
Oh, God.
He's called Robert Palance.
Oh, God.
That's his name.
Robert Palance. Yeah, Jack Palance. Tim thinks he looks like Jack Palance for some reason. I don't know why. He doesn't look anything like Jack Palance, but Tim's convinced he does.
No,
but
he looks halfway between Robert Zedar and Jack Palance. He looks like Robert Palance.
Baby.
I don't see any Jack Palance there, like literally none. I see more Idris Elba than I see Jack Palance. And just for the record, I see very little Idris Elba. I just don't see Jack Palance at all. Therefore, I see more Idris Elba.
Get your eyes checked, guys.
Idris Elba, sexy. And Trump's looking incredibly healthy. He looks like a sick frog, like a sick red frog. Like, oh my God, Trump, come on, dude. Lay off the cheeseburgers. I wonder if he drinks a lot. It looks like he has like cirrhosis of the liver or something.
They say lizard people aren't real, but come on.
Mm-hmm. All right, to start off, This Week in Trump, or Twit as we like to call it, Trump has figured out a very ingenious mnemonic device that helps him remember people's names. Let's have a look.
People like Tim, you're expanding all over and doing things that I really wanted you to do right from the beginning. I used to say, Tim, you got to start doing it over here, and you really have. I mean, you've really put a big investment in our country. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple.
So I guess according to Trump, it's okay to call someone whatever you want so long as they're like loosely associated with it company-wise. Like you could call President Trump Steaks. You could call him President Guy who ripped people off through Trump University.
Bill Microsoft, don't forget that. Elon Tesla. You know.
Oh, well, this isn't the first time that he's done it. He did it in this clip
we have
as
some
well.
of our great business leaders and leaders, period, right behind me. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed, the leading woman's business executive in this country, according to many.
So, yeah.
He actually commented on this. I don't know if you saw his comment.
Yeah,
he was all bitchy.
he
was
said
like,
that it was fake news.
Well, he was saying, yeah, I did it, but I was just doing it because it's shorter to do it that way. I was just trying to abbreviate it to save time. So he's basically Kevin from The Office. I don't know if you remember Kevin from The Office, who shortened up his sentences to abbreviate and save time.
So me think, why waste time? Say lot word when few word do trick.
Trump is basically President Kevin.
President America.
President America.
He's my favorite.
Trump president. And they're back in the background is Mike, vice president.
And then there's the top women's business leader,
Marilyn Lockheed.
She's like really just the top when it comes to women's business.
I'm a very stable genius.
So anyhow, Trump was at CPAC, of course, where he sexually molested the American flag. That's kind of a go-to move for him, by the way. He babbled for literally 2 hours. In my opinion, he cursed a lot for a U.S. president.
All of a sudden, they're trying to take you out with bullshit, okay? With bullshit.
So anyhow, let's listen to what Trump had to say about the nature of free speech at CPAC.
Today, I'm proud to announce that I will be very soon signing an executive order requiring colleges and universities to support free speech if they want federal research dollars.
Hooray! Like Trump gives a fucking shit about free speech. This is obviously just a lame-ass political ploy. He doesn't give a shit about free speech. He didn't do shit when fucking Saudi Arabia killed our American journalist. Didn't do shit when fucking Eridan came over here with his Muslim thugs to U.S. soil and he attacked the free speech protesters that were out there. He actually tried to sue Bill Maher over a joke. So he clearly doesn't give a shit about free speech. He's just doing it as a cheap political ploy. And if you can't see through it, you're dumb.
Yeah, he's also talked about how we should possibly outlaw protesting, flag burning is another thing. He's talked about, I think you just mentioned that he's talked about loosening up libel laws. And
I just read that Betsy DeVos is trying to make it easier for Christian schools to get funds. So is he going to do this to Christian schools too? And then am I going to be invited to Christian campuses to talk about atheism? You know, is free speech going to extend to conservative colleges? I doubt it very seriously. So it's just a cheap political stunt.
Well, yeah, there's tons of Christian campuses that prohibit all kinds of things, like, long hair, short skirts. Some of them just won't let you curse. Some of them
gay sex.
Gay. Literally, there's I think about 100 schools that have something called Title IX exemption, which basically allows them to circumvent discrimination laws. They can kick out people for being homosexuals, for being trans, for getting pregnant. Basically, any way that you don't toe the line in their opinion sexually, they can just kick you out for it. And yeah, we did a video on it. I mean, CC goes into it in his PragerU video, and I believe that there's like 200 schools that are currently pending. They're trying to get that status. And the argument against it is that these are private schools, yet at the same time, they are funded by things like Pell Grants and other various types of, tax dollar sponsorships. So, yeah, I think it's a huge double standard that the, left-wing universities are kind of thought of as being anti-free speech, and then that's going on in hundreds of huge Christian universities.
They're being subsidized, by our tax dollars because they're tax-free. That's a subsidization, so that's basically the same thing, exactly.
All right, and so our final segment of the evening.
2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians.
Get behind me, Satan!
More than 50 of them also brought their AR-15s.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Will you bake Ruben a wedding cake? No.
We've seen midgets blow. I come in the name of Jesus.
Holy shit!
Dusty,
Yeah, I don't remember what we're looking at, so. Jerry Falwell Jr. Shit, yeah. This is the guy that gave $1.6 million to his pool boy so they could buy a gay flop house. Let's have a look at this jackass.
If some of those people in that community center had what I've got in my back pocket right now,
Do you guys think he literally has a gun in his back pocket right now?
I think it's a dildo. He did buy a gay flop house, so not that there's anything wrong with that. It's only wrong if you're like a homophobe who's actually homosexual yourself, then you're a hypocrite, which this guy, like, in my opinion, this guy's clearly a homosexual. I think the evidence suggests that he is, so.
I mean,
hypocrite.
If he literally has a gun in his back pocket, and like, what's the reasoning behind that? Does he think that someone is going to start firing at him from the audience, and then what is he going to do? Like, fire back? I mean, he'd kill
the crowd randomly.
Yeah, there's no way he'd unless he's some sort of Jedi-like crack shot. It's just not a good idea for him to be shooting into a huge crowd.
It's clearly a phallic symbol to make up for his tiny penis. So.
is it illegal to pull it out? I don't know. Is that... Anyway. I've always thought if more...
Seriously, has he said anything yet that doesn't sound like it'd be a line in a porno?
Too easy.
If more good people had concealed carry permits, then we could end those Muslims before they walk in and kill it.
Yeah! Kill Muslims! All right! Woo!
I just wanted to take this opportunity to.
Okay, so that's that clip.
Be a dickhead.
Jesus
I feel like
Christ!
He takes it from one talking point to, like, if they had guns in a site where they're being attacked, they could defend themselves, and he switches that to if we all had guns, we could go out and just shoot Muslim people, and they're like, yay, kill random people.
And once
Sounds
again,
good.
this is a Christian university. It's the largest Christian university in America, and
white conservative Christians are the ones who commit the most domestic terrorism by far.
Oh yeah,
so he didn't mention that, did he?
If only there were more armed Muslim patriots, could put an end to those crimes. So anyhow, Pat Robertson, somehow still alive, he's going to tell us all how weird gay butt sex is destroying the universe or something.
The incredible thing about the homosexuals is they are willing to destroy lives and destroy the whole fabric of society so long as they and their weird way of doing sex is legitimized. That's what they want, and they will take away everything. They'll destroy marriage, they'll destroy families, they'll destroy in this case, the foster children. They're willing to tear down the entire edifice in order to have the majority of people recognize the way they do sex. That's what it amounts to.
Yeah, guys, every time that two men engage in anal sex, a straight man disintegrates.
I will destroy Western society as long as I can butt fuck whoever I want. That's all I know. I will murder your children. I will murder your babies. As long as I can fuck your husband, that's my goal.
But that's the weird thing that I don't understand about this, is he's basically saying that they want us to recognize butt sex as legitimate. So they want Pat Robertson to be in the room watching them have butt sex, and they want him to say, this is legitimate, and that's fine. And if
Excellent butt sex.
If he doesn't watch two men have butt sex and then say that he approves, then they will destroy society. That's like a ransom situation,
Watch us have butt sex, or else.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's like, yeah, they want us to say it's legitimate. Like, no one actually cares what he has to say so long as he doesn't get in the way of other people doing what they want to do in their lives.
Speak for yourself. So. I want him to watch me have butt sex, Tim. That is my dream. Have Pat Robertson in the room, looking at my sweaty ass, pounding other guys' sweaty ass.
Then maybe I was wrong, and these kind of people do exist, and it's you are one of them. So
I am one of them.
There you go. It's real.
Degenerate.
In all seriousness, isn't sex just a weird thing to begin with?
If you're doing it right. Yeah, like last time we were talking about, sometimes you put it in the vagina and it actually goes in the booty, and she's like, no! And you're like, oh, sorry, my mistake, because it's hard to find. Tim says that's rape, but that's not rape if you accidentally do it.
I did not.
You said I raped a bunch of people by accidentally putting their booty hole when I shot in their vagina.
That was rape. I said, like, I think there's some issues with, like, consensuality there. I don't even know if consensuality is a word.
On purpose.
Yeah,
it's
but if it's a mistake,
Dark.
it's usually dark. It can happen easily.
You need to have.
They're so close together. Sometimes it happens.
You just need to have this discussion with the ones you love, I think.
That's true. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if the person recoils and is like, no, and you keep doing it, then is certainly rape. Yes.
There's such a thing. I don't know. It's accidental rape. I don't know.
I usually figure it out pretty quick. I'm like, oh, that's not the pussy. That's the butthole. Damn. Okay, sorry about that. And they're like, oh, no problem. Don't do that.
Okay. Sorry. So our final clip of the night is nothing short of amazing.
The Great White Hope speech, State of the Union address last night was just amazing. Mind-blowing. It reminded me of when I was growing up in Alabama. As you know, I grew up on a plantation down in Alabama. I was born there. I was raised under the Jim Crow laws. I even participated in the stupid, dumb civil rights movement. I marched and did that crap. I regret that now. But it remind.
He regrets taking part in the movement that's pretty much responsible for desegregation. All right?
Amazing.
Name one thing civil rights has ever done for black people.
And it allowed him to vote for Donald Trump, which is the thing. He's saying Trump is so great, but he doesn't want the right to vote for him.
But most black people vote Democrat, so it's better for his side if black people are not allowed to vote. So he's got a point, really, if you think about it.
I guess that's true. Maybe he was like, he's like, he wishes that he couldn't have voted for him because, that means that other black people could also vote. So he'd rather not be able to vote.
Smart. He got a mind on him.
Men were men and boys were boys. And ladies were ladies and girls were girls. It reminded me of when men were in charge during those days. They were the head of their wives. They were head of providing. And men, with perfect love, just didn't take any crap. Amazing.
I still hear men just love to take a crap. Every time you play that, I hear that. But
and men love taking a crap.
But the funny thing is, he's acting like men are not in charge of things today. Holy shit, men are still fucking completely in charge of our society. It's like 90% of Fortune 500 CEOs, 90% of billionaires, 90% of politicians, 100% of the presidents, 90% of the police force, almost most people that are in positions of power. It's mostly men running things. What the fuck is he talking about?
And I'm pretty sure the pre-civil rights era that black people took a lot more crap than they do today. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect. It's there's a long ways to go, but yeah, it's better than it was during Jim Crow. It's better than it was when blacks and whites had to drink from separate water fountains. I wasn't around. That's just a wild guess.
You can't openly beat your wife today, so things could be better. Just saying.
And we talked about this before, but I think he's just a troll. I think he just says whatever he thinks he can say to pwn the libs or whatever to trigger people. And conservatives, I think a lot of people that watch him know that he's not being serious. They just watch him because they think he's pwning the libs or triggering people, and they think it's funny. They're like, I love him. He says crazy things. It's not like Alex Jones. A lot of people know that he says crazy shit, but they love him anyway because he's entertaining. And I think it's the same with Jessie Lee Peterson.
I think he's just entertaining. I think he's just too stupid to really be that sophisticated of a troll.
Beta!
But maybe that's how deep the levels of troll go with him, that he's just
genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
So anyway, folks.
Can I add one last thing?
Yeah, of course.
One last thing is that this clip really confused me because in it he's like, Donald Trump is the best. He's amazing, and he uses amazing positively. But in other situations where you seem like talking to Destiny, like talking to lefties and stuff, he always says amazing when he disagrees with their point or he thinks that, what they're saying is shit. So they're like, yeah, I think black people are okay. And he'll be like, amazing. Like, oh, that's such an amazing thing to say, that black people are okay. But in this clip, he says amazing positively. So I'm just really confused as to whether amazing is positive or negative.
It's an all-purpose word for him. One word that's not an all-purpose word for him is
beta.
He never uses that in a positive connotation.
Yeah.
It's like aloha. To him, it can mean hello or goodbye. It can mean good or bad.
Nice to meet you. Amazing. Well, okay, why is it amazing? All right.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to wrap things up. We just want to remind you one more time that we do have a Patreon. And if you want to see more episodes, you want to see this show get bigger and stronger, think of becoming a patron. On top of that, we got T-shirts.
And they can get it, I guess, from the description. There's a link to where they can buy all that stuff. I see it right there, but I assume. So check the description out for that, folks.
On that note, anything more you guys want to say before we go?
Nope, we're going to listen to the beautiful music stallions of Milo, who actually has a really good voice. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope you've been entertained by this show. This is, I think, in my opinion, the greatest church ever. The Gotcha Boys. Way better than what Milo's doing. So, beautiful Trump. Good to see this. We'll see you guys next time. We'll be back soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.
The All-American
I saw you made a tweet. I don't like you, so I took it out of context. All my followers could see, so now they're calling you a Nazi. Gotcha, gotcha, boys. Our only goal is to destroy. No matter the situation, we must destroy your reputation. Gotcha, gotcha, boys. We'll only drink products with soy. We'll fight for ideology, and that's all that it means to me. 'Cause you're a Nazi, you're a racist. I'm calling you a fascist and transmisogynistic.